One of those possibly affected sectors, nonprofits, many now assessing what this means for them.
Western Mass News reporter Matt Price spent the day getting answers on their next steps, and he joins us live in studio. Matt, what can you share?
Abby and Chris, Wilbraham's Paul Robbins Associates is a strategic communications agency that represents multiple nonprofits, including Valley Opportunity Council and the YWCA. But these last 24 hours have been hectic for both of those organizations and the agency itself. President and founder, as well as local political analyst Paul Robbins, expressed his frustration about this attempted freeze on grants and loans, telling Western Mass News this had Project 2025 fingerprints all over it. At the same time, Robbins called this moment the first time Trump has faced a loss in office in regards to overreach. He believes the president got lots of pushback from Republican governors and members of Congress, and also thinks Trump is less about running the government and country as a business and being more of a disruptor.
The problem is he's not addressing the main issue that helped him get elected, which is inflation. Instead, this is kind of a sidebar, again, trying to appeal to those super conservatives that want to rein in government. So I think it was an overreach.
I'll have more on the political aspects of these last 24 hours in a full report on Western Mass News at 6. For now, reporting live in the studio, Matt Price, Western Mass News.
All right, Matt, thank you for that live report. And our team coverage moves from nonprofits to national representatives. Western Mass News reporter Reagan Lockery spoke with Massachusetts Congressman Jim McGovern about this today.
Reagan, what was McGovern's response to President Donald Trump's actions just over a week after he stepped back into the Oval Office?
Well, Abby and Chris, McGovern spoke on many topics, including immigration and transgender rights, calling President Trump's approach to both cruel and inhumane.
Communities are going to make their own decisions, but the bottom line is, people who have not committed any crimes, should not be hunted down. Schools should not be invaded. Churches.
McGovern also condemning what he calls President Trump's attack on the LGBTQ+ community. Late Monday night, the president issued an order to push transgender troops out of the military. Yesterday, he signed an order to restrict transgender care access for people under the age of 19. McGovern tells Western Mass News he will work with the state and local leaders to protect the rights of all.
The president's attack on the LGBTQ+ community is sick. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. I mean, he's obsessed with attacking this community, and people like me are going to provide a circle of protection around the LGBTQ+ community.
Reagan, do we know of any communities already pushing back on these Trump-era policies?
Yes, in fact, back in November, Northampton was one of the cities in McGovern's district, released a statement upholding their status as a sanctuary city, writing in part, a person's immigration status shall not prohibit or inhibit the city's participation in any government operation or program that confers an immigration benefit, including temporarily or permanently protecting non-citizens from removal. The statement goes on to say, we remain steadfast in our commitment to protecting the rights and privacy of all individuals, including those seeking reproductive or gender-affirming care. Now, the Northampton mayor's office confirmed with me today that they plan to uphold these positions. Reporting live in studio, Reagan Lockery for Western Mass News.
Reagan, thank you for that.